Now at 9, more headache on I-69 as NDOT announces road closures, how it may impact your commute this week.
And a new partnership with NewsLink Indiana and working well here at Ball State. Tonight, how you can get back on track if you've forgotten about your New Year's resolution.
And rain's moving into the area now, but we have a week of wild weather ahead. I'll break it all down in just a few minutes.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
And good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Tanner Holbrook.
And I'm Brittany Ehrman. Thanks for joining us. Well, last year, almost 85% of people visited a doctor, but those visits wouldn't be possible without nurses.
NewsLink Indiana's Esther Bauer introduces us to one student getting ready to enter the workforce in a job that needs people now more than ever.
Hannah Fluhler always knew she wanted to be a nurse.
I wanted to take care of people. I grew up babysitting children a lot, and specifically a few children who are very medically complex and had a lot of medical issues.
Now she's ready to graduate from simulated exercises and move on to the hospital. But nursing professor Manaz Mahmoodi says there aren't enough people stepping into scrubs.
Nurses are graduating, they're not working as a staff nurse for a long time in the unit. They stay for a few years and they leave due to physical strain, mental pressure of the job, high demand of technology, and not getting compensated enough.
According to a study from Georgetown University, by 2020, 200,000 nursing jobs will be open, but not filled. This hasn't discouraged Fluhler.
Aside from the burnout, I think that also speaks to the job security within nursing.
And says more people should consider becoming a nurse.
If job security is something you're looking for, you're passionate about taking care of other people, and you're not afraid to learn new things, then go for it. Nursing's definitely the way to go.
Helping out a field that's always committed to helping others. In Muncie, Esther Bauer, NewsLink, Indiana.
Clear.
Everybody clear.
And Fluhler decides, or she aspires, to work in the NICU when she graduates.
Today is International Day of Girls and Women in Science. The planetarium celebrated with a presentation highlighting many of the women who work there. The event included a meet and greet with the staff, visuals of the sky, and a black hole music video called Monsters of the Cosmos. Dana Thomas hopes the holiday can inspire women who attend the event to pursue science.
To encourage other women and girls to pursue a science field for a career, and being a person that looks like them will help them hopefully really be able to do that, to feel like they can do that.
And for more information on upcoming planetarium shows, go to bsu.edu/planetarium.
And a new gun training bill for teachers is making its way through the legislative committees. The bill allows Indiana schools to seek state money to train teachers to use guns. This is just one of many Republican-backed proposals and other bills, including eliminating fees on handgun licenses and giving immunity from lawsuits to people who shot an attacker under the self-defense law.
Parts of Interstate 69 will be closed for a period of time throughout the week for pothole repairs. The closure will be between Anderson and Daleville. Weather permitting, crews will begin working tonight. Patching will be done in 4 sections with lane closures in each. The left lane will be closed first, followed by the right lane. Crews will work day and night, but are expected to stay off the roads during rush hour traffic. Drivers are reminded to slow down when crews are on the road and obey the posted speed limit of 45 miles per hour. To stay up to date on all the road work in the area, you can follow NDOT on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at NDOT East. And I hope that weather stays crystal clear out there for them, because I hear we have some rain.
Right, and I'm hoping there's spring warmer temperatures. Gabe, what can you tell us?
Yeah, unfortunately, guys, for those NDOT workers, some rain is moving into the area right now this evening, depicted on radar now throughout our entire viewing area, and even a bit of freezing rain and sleet mixing in areas up to the north. So if you're headed out tonight, you'll want to be sure to take it slow. The good news is that this is all part of a larger system with this rain moving up to the north, and with that rain will come some warmer temperatures as we make our way through the evening. And also, because of that rain, we do have a flood watch in the southern portions of our area for Henry and Wayne counties. That includes the cities of Newcastle and Richmond, in effect until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. With all the recent rain, it's imaginable we'll see some further flooding issues. Temperatures this evening with the rain actually rise a bit as we make our way through the evening, up to 36 by midnight. By 3 a.m., we'll be up to 38 degrees. So those warmer temperatures continue on into the day tomorrow, but we have a cool down coming after that. I'll have all the details coming up in my full forecast.
All right, some warmer temperatures on the way. Thanks, Gabe. Well, breaking news tonight, negotiators say they have reached an agreement. Lawmakers agreed to fund the government in order to avoid another partial shutdown.
In order to avoid the shutdown, this happened at a closed-door meeting this evening. The president's signature in support is needed by Friday at midnight. We'll continue to bring you the latest updates on this story online at ballstatedaily.com. Turning now to a former Ball State graduate, he's using his musical talents to help mentor and teach youth across East Central Indiana.
Wow, impressive. NewsLink Indiana's Emerson Lehman is live in the newsroom with more. What can you tell us, Emerson?
Well, Brittany Tanner, good evening. A lot of people have seen the movie School of Rock. Well, Ball State graduate Chris Swinney has brought that movie to life.
From the top, if you guys nail the whole thing, you can go. If you don't, we'll try it again.
Chris Swinney loves to rock. And when he found out that the Cornerstone Center for the Arts in Muncie wanted to roll, they got the band back together.
The day I moved back, my friend that works here at Cornerstone, Jeff, was like, hey, have you ever thought about reviving your camp? And I honestly hadn't thought about it. I was just going to teach guitar like I always have. And he said, well, we'd like to partner with you if you want to do it.
A former rock star in his own right, Swinney was happy for the opportunity to help mentor and teach his talents to future stars.
When I was growing up, learning how to play music and starting bands, no one helped me. Every mistake that I made could have been avoided if someone would have just said, do this, make sure you tune your guitar, make sure that you do this if you're gonna, go out of town for the gig.
Cornerstone's Rock and Roll Summer Camp is a smashing hit, offering sessions year-round for kids ranging from ages 8 to 18. The camp ends with a rock concert, hundreds of people filling the auditorium to watch the stars perform. All those eyes aren't a problem for twins Quinn and Gage Palalonis, who are looking forward to performing together, just the two of them, for the first time.
We're doing one song together, Murder in the City. If one or two people are in the room, I can't sing. It just feels too weird. But for some reason, when I'm at the concert in front of the audience, I feel fine. I can sing.
Swinney sees a lot of promise in the young rockers, including his own younger cousin Mikey, who is the camp's youngest member at just 8 years old.
I've already did a little bit of metal songs. Okay. I already learned them by myself.
Your heart gets big, man. And it's not that I did it. It's that I love these kids so much, and I want to see them succeed. And when they do, it just makes you feel really, really good.
Brittany Tanner, some pretty talented kids, and they sound fantastic. If you're interested in watching their concert, it's at Cornerstone Center for the Arts at their auditorium, and it's set for February 23rd. Live in the newsroom, Emerson Lehman, NewsLink, Indiana.
All right, Emerson, thank you so much. Coming up on NewsLink Indiana, a new segment focused on wellness. Tonight, how people are handling their New Year's resolutions.
And a traveling flea market made its way to Muncie this past weekend. How thousands of Muncie citizens supported hundreds of vendors. Coming up.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, she seems fine to me.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was drunk.
No more, he was drunk.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, why didn't she tell anyone?
No more, we don't talk about that.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Welcome back. We are just over a month into the new year, and typically by this point, many people have already broken their New Year's resolutions.
Kind of like me. But in partnership with the Working Well Department on Ball State's campus, NewsLink Indiana is bringing you a new segment focused on wellness. Tonight, we see how to get back on track with your New Year's resolution in our first Wellness Minute. Interesting.
A new year has already begun, but your New Year's resolution might have already come to an end. Ball State's Director of Health Enhancement, Rhonda Wilson, has 4 simple tips to get you back on track. Number 1, set realistic goals.
Setting those realistic and smart expectations and goals for yourself allow you to be able to do small parts and know that you don't have to do it every single day.
Number 2, identify your trigger foods, but you don't necessarily need to eliminate them.
Everybody thinks, oh, I need to eliminate everything from my diet. Actually allow yourself to have that maybe 1 day a week, 2 days a week on a very small scale.
Number 3, track your progress and know where you're starting from.
Start with pictures and take some pictures of yourself. Also, you want to log and be able to record your weight, your exercise, what types of exercise you're doing.
And finally, number 4, time management.
Schedule your exercise routine, just like a meeting throughout your day or a class in your class schedule. At that point in time, that's where you need to be, and that's where you need to be focused.
With your Wellness Minute, Tyler Brummett, NewsLink, Indiana.
For more on different ways to get back on track, we have an extended version of this Wellness Minute on ballstatedaily.com.
Finders keepers, a common idea many use when they're out at a flea market. Enthusiasts had the chance to shop hundreds of vendors this previous weekend at the Horizon Convention Center. NewsLink Indiana's Christian Sarber has the reason why the vendors were on the road.
From home decor to jerky, visitors had the chance to attend the Ship Shawana on the Road event. Nearly 206 vendors were there to sell their wares to the many. Event director Greg Fountain says that vendors have trouble selling their products during the winter, and they offer this event due to that.
Overall, it's been very positive. People enjoy being able to come and see the vendors and the variety of the products that are at the show.
All the vendors that I spoke with mentioned that these events across the Midwest are a blessing for business. For Paul Terpston, these events and flea markets are the only way that he is able to make a living.
This is the only way that we sell our product. We don't do it commercially anywhere.
Terpston says that these markets are one of the ways that people can return to the grassroots of capitalism. Those grassroots are also something that makes Ship Shawana unique for many, says Kristen Zuhl.
It's actually been pretty good. We seem to be liked here.
Zuhl and her family sell many types of rocks, and that is something even the youngest shopper, Mia Torres, can appreciate.
It really likes rocks, so we've just been looking in those kind of areas, yeah.
Variety is something that everyone appreciates, and Torres agrees. Terpston says that to come into these types of markets with an open mind, you can find something that you will like. In Muncie, Christian Sarber, NewsLink, Indiana.
And the next time the vendors will be on the road in Indiana will be in March. For more information, go to www.shipshawanaontheroad.com. And Gabe, what can we expect coming up in weather?
Yeah, temperatures rising through the evening along with that rain, but we'll be riding the temperature roller coaster as we go through the week. I'll have the details in just a few minutes.
For those who serve today and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end, the Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySineseFoundation.org.
Sometimes Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Welcome back to NewsLink, Indiana. There's some rain in our area tonight, possibly some sleet and snow up north of us.
Hopefully sunshine.
Yeah,
Gabe,
hopefully
give
sunshine,
us
maybe.
good news.
Yeah, over the next few days it's going to be rocky, but as far when we get to the weekend, we'll start to see skies clear out just a bit. Currently, though, over the McKinley Cam, you can see that rain out there with the wet surfaces for the most part. Temperatures at 34 degrees, so we're above the freezing mark here in Muncie, but in other parts of our viewing area, they don't have such good luck. We saw some issues with fog earlier this evening. It's come down for the most part, though, in portions of J counties and areas like Portland. Still a little bit of that fog hanging around, though. Conditions are clearing, at least for now, into this evening. Here's a look at radar once again. Northern portions of our area reporting some freezing rain, so you're going to want to take it slow if you're headed out in those northern portions of the area, if you're headed south, or if you're headed to the north. And areas like Fort Wayne this evening have had a mess on the roads with ice, sleet, and snow out there. So if you're headed north or headed our way, just be sure to give yourself some extra time. While they have a winter weather advisory, we have a flood watch in place for Henry and Wayne counties in effect through tomorrow. Just remember, turn around, don't drown out there if there are any flooded roadways. Tonight, temperatures dropping down to 35 degrees right now. I think we only go up from here. Rain sticking around along with that patchy fog. Winds for now out of the east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll start to see those shift, though, as we move through the day tomorrow. Precision cast shows rain sticking around pretty much all evening long, but we clear out by tomorrow morning. This is a look at 7 a.m., so that's the good news. By your morning commute, we should start to see at least the rain move out of here for the most part. However, what could be an issue in the morning is the fog. Visibility's dropping down to 0 by around 8 a.m. for the most part. So be sure to give yourself some extra time tomorrow morning, especially if you're coming up from those northern areas. As far as the fog goes, though, we'll start to see things clear out by later in the day. Timing out your day tomorrow. Rain is possible early on tomorrow morning, though I think we'll dry out for the most part, getting up to 42 degrees by noon before our next system moves in the evening, starting out as rain, then transitioning over into snow. Here's a look at that on Precision Cast. By tomorrow afternoon, rain through portions of the viewing area, but as the evening continues on, transitioning to snow flurries. I don't think we'll see anything major in the way of accumulation. I think we'll stick under an inch for the most part. It's something that reminds us that it's winter and the cooler air is returning, and that's on the 7-day forecast as well. During the day tomorrow, temperatures falling down to 36 degrees on Wednesday, before temperatures rise on Thursday and Friday before our next weather maker moves into the picture, dropping temperatures back down below the freezing mark. So winter makes a return by the weekend. At least there's some sunshine, though.
Yeah, it's coming. Well, I guess we'll have to take it. Thanks, Gabe. Colton, what can we expect coming up in sports?
Well, there's no good news in weather, so I guess I'm going to have to take that over in sports. Ball State men's golf team continues their spring season opener tomorrow from the Sunshine State. So jealous. A preview of their matchup and more when we tee off in sports next.
Isn't this perfect?
It was my pleasure. May I?
Adam, I can't thank you enough for saving me from that sweepstakes scam. I could have lost everything.
It was a classic cat and mouse game. Remember, you never have to pay to play.
You're my hero.
Huh.
After all these years. What's the matter, Adam? cat got your tongue?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Colton Howard with sports. About 15 hours south of Ball State, the men's golf team wrapped up their second round of the Earl Yestingmeyer Match Play Tournament. The Cardinals took down DePaul earlier in the day in the quarterfinals, 3.5 points to 2.5, but didn't fare well against Miami of Ohio. Ball State could not win one of the 6 matches and lost 4-2, but head coach Mike Fleck thinks his team will be ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what? We got to come out and we got to be hungry again. Unfortunately, we're not in a championship match. Last year we were able to beat a pretty solid Eastern Michigan team and finish third. And, that's going to be the goal tomorrow. We got to get, our guys going earlier in the match than I think what we did, versus DePaul and Miami and grind one out and see if we can't, go home 2-1.
Fleck's team tees off tomorrow morning against Eastern Michigan as they compete for third place in the tournament. Moving over to the hardwood, the Ball State men's volleyball team is getting set for a tough road trip to the Windy City. They're hoping to use Sunday's win as momentum into what the team describes as one of their toughest weekends of the season. After getting swept by McKendree last Thursday, the Cardinals looked to right the ship against nationally ranked George Mason. Ball State took the Patriots all the way into the 5th set where they grinded out a win with the help of sophomore Quinn Isaacson, who knew just how big this victory was.
I think this is huge. This is a huge win going into this week because we know this is one of the biggest weeks of the year. So I think this win right here is going to motivate us through the week, and we're going to be ready to go in Chicago.
The Cardinals will take on Lewis University Friday, then Loyola Chicago on Saturday. Ball State basketball senior point guard Taylor Persons has been named the Mid-American Conference West Division Player of the Week after leading the team to 2 wins over Northern Illinois and Western Michigan. Over the week, Persons averaged 22 points, shooting 57% from the floor and 54% from long range. TP shared the wealth too, tallying up 4 assists per game. Persons matched his season high with 29 points in Tuesday's 72-71 win at Northern Illinois. He also tied his career best in threes with 6 daggers. 4 days later, the Kokomo, Indiana native dropped 15 points and 5 assists in Ball State's 20-point landslide victory over Western Michigan. 11 of those 15 points, coming in the second half, helping the Cardinals pull away from what was a 1-point game at the half. This is Persons' 3rd time being named the Mid-American Conference West Division Player of the Week. Ball State is unfortunately off until Saturday, but when they come back, the Cardinals host Akron for a 2 p.m. tip-off at Worthen Arena on ESPN3. Yorktown's Emily Weiss is once again a state champion swimmer. Weiss swam her 4th consecutive high school state championship over the weekend. She swam the 100-yard breaststroke, placing first with a time of 58.91 seconds. This is just shy of her high school national record of 58.40 seconds. This makes Weiss the 11th swimmer in state history to win 4 consecutive state championships in one event, and only the 2nd in history to do that with the 100-yard breaststroke. Weiss will be continuing her swimming career at the University of Indiana, Indiana University, and has been invited to the 2020 Olympics.
Wow.
What a high school career for Emily Weiss. I mean,
absolutely.
4-time state champion in the 100-yard breaststroke.
Yeah, and she got an invitation to the 2020 Olympic trials. That is an accomplishment, I have to say.
I mean, the Hoosiers are definitely getting a great pickup with Emily Weiss.
Yes, they are. Thanks, Colton.
All right, well, coming up, we have your trending news. That's all after this.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener and loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. When I think of kids going to school hungry, hunger, homelessness, in this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back. Time to take a look at what is trending tonight.
Joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Gabby Mitchell. What do you have for us today?
Okay, so there was a lot going on this past weekend, starting with Miss Ball State.
Yes.
Ooh. Yes, so we got to crown a new Miss Ball State. So yesterday was an exciting evening. It was an exciting evening for 9 young women as they all competed for the crown and the new title. So the former Miss Ball State, Victoria Rubel, sang for her last time before crowning yesterday. And our new Miss Ball State 2019 is Samantha Robbins as she begins her year of service today. The Miss America organization has underwent several changes, such as removing the swimsuit portion of their competition this year and replacing it with a social impact statement highlighting each contestant's platform. Miss Indiana will be held in Indianapolis this June. Additionally, there's been a few years and several hashtags later. The Grammys has had such a high note yesterday, starting with Alicia Keys' performance and then leading to several other women performing from different genres of music. Even former First Lady Michelle Obama made a special appearance. And Childish Gambino made history yesterday with his song This Is America being the first hip-hop song to win the award. And Cardi B also made history as the first female to win Album of the Year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I can say is wow.
Stuff.
Yeah, like my head
lot.
is spinning.
Like, can we talk about it? But Miss Ball State, Samantha Robbins, excited for her and what this year's going to look like for her.
Absolutely. And then, I mean, just looking at everything
The
else
Grammys.
with the Grammys.
And you know, there was a lot of controversy this year because there was no host.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart was originally signed on to
Exactly.
do that. Had to leave because of social media reasons, things that came up about
and then
his
Alicia
past.
Keys just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Gabe. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, Tanner, you're talking about the Oscars. No
Oh, was
host.
I? Oh my gosh.
They're all the
I don't
same.
know anything
They're all the
about
same.
this, but I did know that. Alicia Keys hosted the Grammys.
It's award season.
I do know that.
But Alicia. All right, Gabe, you got weather for us.
Okay, yeah. Just like this news show, the weather is wild this week. We've got temperatures swinging all up from the 40s down into the 30s that will be back below freezing by the weekend.
All right, Gabe, thank you so much. That's all for NewsLink Indiana tonight. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.